Hey guys, and welcome back for part 2 of our fantasy clay crystally mushrooms. Bit of a mouthful, so if you have some good names for this piece, then please let me know in the comments below. I would love to see them. So for this part 2, we don't really need a lot of materials. As long as you have some acrylic paint and some paintbrushes, you're going to do fantastic. And the longest wait is really only going to be between the coats of paint drying. So I might just have a sneaky little hack for you if you're as impatient as me and just want that drying process to go way faster. So we'll have a look at that through the video too. So let's just jump right on in and have some fun with this. I hope that you enjoy the painting process as much as the sculpting process. Okay, so the things you'll need are paintbrushes, small paintbrushes, a rag, any kind of rag, a glass or jar filled with water, something to put your paint in, and of course your paints, and have something to protect your tabletop if you don't want there to be paint on it. You want to know where to get the paints from? I personally get mine from Spotlight or from Officeworks. It really doesn't matter where you get them from. Now we're going to flip our dried sculpture and feel the bottom, because if it's the same temperature as the rest of the sculpture, it should be fully dried. And the first step is to paint the whole mushroom cap one color. I chose this lime green and repeated it over all 3 mushroom caps. Also, when you do get to the crystals, try not to get paint on them, because this is just going to make it a lot more work for you later on. Now once you're done the tops, we're going to flip the mushrooms upside down and roughly paint all the insides with the same colors. I just find this angle is a lot easier to access. Then we're going to add a second coat of green, and if you're as impatient as me, you can use a hairdryer to speed up the drying process. But if you start to paint the next coat and this happens, you know the paint isn't ready yet and you might need to wait a little bit longer. So in the meantime, let's grab some leafy green paint and paint the ground. Now if you get some on the crystals, don't worry, just grab a damp paintbrush and wipe the paint off like so onto a rag. Now for the next stage, you really want to make sure you wipe the water off the handle of the brush so it doesn't drip onto the paint when we start adding the turquoise. When painting, just use light rough strokes starting at the top of the mushroom and working down, and we'll do that to all 3 of the mushroom caps. Then once we're done that, we're going to grab some pink and roughly paint the bottom of the caps like so. However, if the paint gets too high, we just grab another brush with some turquoise and we can blend the pink and the blue together as we go, so we can get that nice smooth blended look. And when we want to reach the bottom, we're just going to flip the mushrooms upside down and roughly paint the underneath and the edges with the pink, just like we did the green. Then we're going to grab some burnt sienna and paint one light coat of this brown color all over the stems. Then we're going to grab a darker turquoise, kind of teal color, and we're going to add this to the stems as well, just slightly blending with the burnt sienna. After that, we can grab a darker green for our ground base and roughly run it along the lighter green color just to bring out a bit more texture and shadows, just to add a little bit more with it. Then we're going to grab that darker turquoise again and very lightly brush that along some of the areas of our ground, just in small sections. And we're going to do the same thing again with some silver paint to really bring out some highlights. Then we're going to use that same silver again, and we're just going to use it instead to add to the top of our mushrooms as spots. And you can use anything from a toothpick to the back of a paintbrush to do this. Then we'll put our dried sculpture under our dome like so, and voila, one fun crystal alien mushroom gift. So I hope you liked today's video, guys. I know that I have my little piece right here with me. I think that I am kind of in love with him. Isn't he so beautiful? So it's pretty amazing that you can do this so quickly. It doesn't take a lot of time, but you come out with a really beautiful little piece. So I'd love to know how you guys got on. If you actually did follow this tutorial, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have other social media where you post pictures, I will have my social media link below. Please tag me so that I can actually get to see what you've done, because I would love to see your creative pieces and your process if it was any different. And if you just came to watch, no worries, you're very welcome. We love having you too. But now if you're realizing how awesome they are and you would actually like one, this little guy will be available on my Etsy, which will also be linked below. However, it will be without the dome. You'll just get this beautiful little piece of a whole nother world. And if you guys like that video, please give me a thumbs up below. And if you'd like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.